What are double stops and why should you use them to get better at drumming? So it's a string term that has been used by drummers. The string players, when they would play on 2 strings at once, they'd call it a double stop. And we have borrowed that idea to say playing with 2 hands at the same time. So playing something in isolation can prevent like a direct comparison. So for example, if you're playing what your right hand does when doing a flam accent, and then you do that off your left, it might sound fine isolating out just the right, isolating out just the left, but you don't have that direct comparison of being able to see, well, what do my hands look like? You're kind of having to go off of memory, which again makes it so that you are not only having to focus on playing, but you're also having to split your attention so you're focusing on the analysis at the same time, which can create an issue. A double stop allows you to actually practice listening in with yourself. So in order to match both the velocity or touch of your hands playing together. So when you're doing like the flam accent pattern, instead of playing it on just the right hand, play it as a double stop so that way you can see, does my right hand and left hand match the heights? Or is it like where like the left hand is super high? Or am I playing with like a different velocity so that like the right hand and the left hand are playing at a different speed when doing this? So if you hear a cha sound or a flam sound, then that is not ideal. What you want is a popping sound, the little pop. Do both hands at the same time, and that's for both the accents and for the taps. There are some exercises that I have that specifically allow you to work on double stops. So this is in the technique section. There's a playlist that says double stops right here, and when you click on this, it's got a variety of different exercises that are specifically designed to work on your double stops. So for example, some of the ones that recently came out were the fulcrum control exercises. So this is a great way to work on your spacing in your taps, as well as like the spacing physically in your hand, the changes that you make from playing an accent into some interior notes with some taps. You can play this all on the right hand, you can play this on the left hand, but ideally you play through this exercise as double stops so you can hear whether or not your taps sound like flams or they get that popping sound in there. This particular playlist of the double stop variation has 41 different exercises in here, but you can find it linked at the top of the screen. You can just scroll all the way down to the technique section, and it's inside of this particular playlist, as well as over 360 other technique stuff.